Hello, Aries, and welcome to Tarot Universe T's channel. This evening I'm going to be doing a 9-card spread for your love life, Aries. It's going to be for those that have their sun, moon, Venus, or rising in Aries. It could resonate for you, okay? I'm also doing the 9-card spread, which is going to consist of your energies, Aries, your partner's energies, your blocks, and the outcomes. Okay, the time frame for this energy is going to be from April 11th through April 30th. Okay, so let's get started. I hope everybody's doing good, as best as can be expected, right, during this lockdown time. Okay, let's get started. So, Aries, let's have your love reading. Let's get those energies rolling here. I just got the Queen of Winter in reverse for your energy, Aries. I'll do your partners. Your partner's energy is the Five of Winter. You know, I don't know if you people know, but the domestic violence rate has really gone up dramatically in all countries. I was looking at that last night on the internet because I do counseling, and so I look up suicide and I look up domestic violence and other things like that. And the domestic violence has really gone up really bad because people are in closed quarters, and you know they're not getting any outlet. So it's to be expected, I guess. But there's some people that take it to a complete extreme, and they're really beating up the other partner pretty bad. Anyway, you can look it up on the internet. Oh, okay. So let's continue here. I just got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright for the two of you. Okay. All right. So your energy here, Aries, I got the Queen of Winter in reverse. So it's the same as getting the Queen of Swords in reverse. So you're kind of just chilling is what I'm getting. You're not too taking things too, trying not to take things too seriously is what I'm getting. You're just trying to relax yourself and just maybe communicate, but not get too nitty gritty. But I'm going to do 3 cards for clarification, so we'll get a little bit clearer picture on what's really going on with the Queen of Winter in reverse. Okay. As Aries have the Queen of Winter here in reverse. You got the Devil in reverse, and you got Strength in the upright, and you also have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Okay. So you have the Strength card here, Aries. And what I'm getting from this read right now for your energy is that you have maybe some kind of habit that you're trying to curtail. You're trying to you're aware of it. Okay, you're aware of an energy that you have that's probably not that healthy, or that's probably causing you some burdens or problems. And you know, it could be costing you money that you don't want to spend. And what I'm getting is you're even the universe is even giving you the Strength card here, okay, to help you to fight this, whatever it is, whatever this habit is that you're doing. Okay. But what I'm getting here is that you're not being very honest with yourself about it. You're aware of it. You're aware of this problem, and it could be you do have the Ace of Pentacles here. It could be that you're spending too much money. That could be one of your habits. Maybe you're spending too much money just to keep your mind off of what's going on. And since we're all on our computers and phones because we're kind of like on lockdown, maybe you're spending too much money. But whatever it is, whatever habit it is, you're not really being very honest with yourself about it. In other words, you're aware of the issue, but you are not wanting to own up to it. Okay, is what I'm getting. You're not really wanting to face it. But I believe that, you know, that you are getting the strength card to get over it and to face it. But I believe that you are either telling other people that you're around in your environment or in your family or whoever you're with, your partner, that, you know, everything's fine, you've got it taken care of. And you're coming across as somebody that has the energy and the power to overcome it and desire to overcome it. But I really don't believe that you really, your heart's really not into it, is what I'm getting. Okay, with the Queen of Swords here in the reverse, I just don't feel like you're being honest with yourself that you're really going to give up whatever it is right now anyway, okay? So that's the energy. I feel like you're kind of juggling with that. You're kind of fighting with that. And you may tell your partner that everything's fine, you got everything under control. It's not an issue, we don't need to worry about it. But secretly, you're, you know, like in denial over it. You're not telling yourself the truth. Okay, and like I said, it could be costing you money. And so, you know, if you do conquer it, it's like you'll have a whole new start in saving money and balancing more, okay? With whatever it is. You may not, it may be something you don't want to give up because it was costing you money before, and maybe now with the circumstances, you don't have as much money for that luxury, and because you're out of work because of the lockdown, and so therefore you're having to face this thing. I got to give that up because we're not bringing in as much, but you're not wanting to give it up. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So that'll ring true for some Aries out there, and some it won't. Okay, so let's move on to your partner's energy. Now, your partner has the Five of Winter in the upright. Okay, so they're getting a little testy, it looks like. Maybe a little verbally poignant. Let's do 3 cards for clarification on that. Spirit, why does Aries' partner have the Five of Winter here? I just got the Six of Cups in the upright. Oh gosh. Hang on. I'm just going to go ahead and reshuffle that. Not take those. I had 3 of them. Started getting the sniffles right before I had to go on camera. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so why is the Five of Swords here for Aries' partner? Five of Swords. Queen of Swords in the reverse. And the High Priestess in the reverse. Okay, so this person, this person's having a hard time using their intuition right now, Aries. They are kind of edgy as far as, when something's bothering them lately, you'll notice that they're a little bit more temperamental. They're using their verbal um, retort, on things. They might be a little bit snapping at you communication wise. Maybe they're not as patient as they normally are. And that's kind of, you're seeing that, you're hearing that. And so you know that this person is stressed out. They're not using their intuition right now. It looks like it could be over. It's definitely family with the Six of Cups. It's definitely has something to do with the home life, the family life. Could be friends too. That this person is wanting to be around is what I just got. They want to be around their friends, and they can't. There's also something to do with a family member or somebody in the family that they're close to, that they're angry at. I just got, like, they're mad at. They're talking about to you about somebody in the family that's they're upset about. So you're probably hearing that over and over, maybe, or you're hearing stories about that. And this person may be believing things that are not, like they might be saying things out loud that don't really ring true to you. Like they may be telling a story or something like that that to them is true, but when you listen to them talk, you know that the way they're believing the story, the way they're telling the story is not exactly the way things are. It's not exactly true. That maybe they're a little bit skewed on, they could just be venting. So they're just like throwing extra things um, out about somebody or a situation just to vent that. And the things aren't really that, they're not really that true, I was going to say, but they're not, some of them might not even be true. And some of them, they are exaggerating the truth. Okay. Just to vent for no other reason. It's just to vent, to feel better. Okay, they're not using their intuition. They're just more using their kind of like being on edge, not being on edge and not really being able to use their intuition because they're too kind of like on edge, is what I'm getting. It's like they can't relax enough to really use their intuition because they're kind of upset, or when they do get upset. And it has something to do with a family member that they're upset with, and you're hearing this person, complain about it, is what I'm getting. Okay, that's what I'm getting for their energy right now. And for the two of you, I have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. So really good energy, Aries, for the two of you. So let me get 3 cards on the Wheel of Fortune for Aries. Wheel of Fortune between Aries and their partner. Okay, and so for the two of you together, I have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. I do have the Two of Pentacles in the upright, and I have the King, or excuse me, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So I'm feeling like, even though the two of you together are having good luck, the Wheel of Fortune is you're on the right track, things are moving forward, the universe has your back, um, things are moving along the way they should be, and you should see more success than you do backwards, backstepping, or things that don't turn out in your favor. You should see more of successful movement forward, things that you try to do or want to do, or things that may even be presented to you that are, you didn't think of or have no reason to have thought of, will just kind of like naturally flow towards you and turn out things that you want to do and have been thinking about. On the other hand, you'll have the universe pushing you along without a lot of resistance. Okay. Now, when I did the clarification for the two of you, I am getting that there is maybe some overindulgence here of maybe some drinking, or overindulgence in kind of like not being emotionally mature in balancing certain situations out in your life, which could be drinking. It could be a lot of different things that you can act immature about emotionally. Maybe your responses toward each other or the way you love each other. Seeing that there might not be a lot of maturity in that area. Meaning, an example would be, maybe not telling each other that you love each other as much as maybe the other person would want you to, or not doing for the other that you normally would do or not do. If you're not doing it anyway and you continue doing it, that's still kind of immature. You're like not stepping up to the plate to make the other person feel loved. But I do see that you're trying to keep it balanced. It is a ongoing balancing act that you are working on, the both of you together. Okay, so you both can kind of get in this mode of where you're kind of just letting things go a little bit. Not, the King of Swords or the Knight of Swords. I keep saying King of Swords and or King of Cups. Let me erase the whole thing. Erase that board right now. Let me just say this again. The Knight of Cups in reverse. It's kind of immature love. It can be not really giving the other person a lot of emotional support. Okay, kind of pulling away and not giving. And then you got the Ace of Cups in the reverse as well. Not giving yourself even love, both of you. Like not self um, care. You might be just kind of like bummed out during this time with the pandemic going on, that just kind of letting things kind of go is what I'm seeing. But you do have the balancing card here, so the Pentacles. So I see that you are trying to give it what you can give it as far as keeping things together and making each other happy. But you're both kind of on the same page. You're both kind of just letting things kind of slide, and just, you might be on your phones and not talking to each other as much. You might be eating dinner at different times. I'm just getting like a disconnect a little bit of not showing emotional support or not being there emotionally for the other. Not doing things so much together that you're making the other person feel loved and special. Okay, it kind of just seems like it's kind of arduous. This is kind of like can be an arduous task because it's a balancing. You're always constant balancing. You get tired of the balancing. And so you're kind of on a break is what I'm getting between the two of you. Okay. And this could also mean that maybe both of you are drinking, because that can also mean indulging in drink. Okay. And then maybe after you do that, maybe you kind of both just kind of go off to your own sides of the house or whatever and do your own thing. And I'm just kind of getting like a little bit of disconnect, even though you do have the Wheel of Fortune here. Let's not forget, you do have the Wheel of Fortune. So things are going in your direction for both of you. So that's a good omen. It's just kind of a sloppy time right now, kind of a lazy time I'm getting, that we're all kind of going through, where we just, we're home all the time, and you kind of like, when you're not doing things, it's easy to fall into patterns of just kind of staying in your pajamas all day long and staying on your phone all day long and not really worrying about things, is what I'm getting with this. Okay, so we're going to move on to the 10 of winter here for Aries desire. Your desire is the 10 of winter, which is an odd desire, Aries. The 10 of winter is the 10 of swords, but it is in the reverse. Okay, so your desire is to get over a painful situation, to get over some kind of backstabbing, like where somebody purposely betrayed you or set you up, or you feel like they did anyway, when you're feeling this enormous amount of pain with the 10 of winter here. So why is Aries having to desire to get over 10 of winter? Okay, and for your clarifications, I do have the Princess of Pentacles in reverse. I do have the King of Swords in the upright, and the 4 of Swords in the reverse. So this could be brought on by a Gemini, because the King of Swords is the card for Gemini. But it can also mean any of the air signs, which would be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, like I said. It just looks like, it has something to do with losing money or not getting money. And it's got you on the edge, of your seat about it. You're pretty upset about it, is what I'm getting, and you're wanting to get over this. I don't know if your job laid you off, or if you are not collecting any money during this time when you're told to stay on lockdown, right? So you may have been quarantined to the house and therefore not being able to work. And what I'm getting is like, money's tight. You're afraid. You're also afraid that you're not going to be able to start a new job once this is over, is what I'm getting. Once this is lifted, once this delay is lifted, you're afraid that your partner's not going to, if your partner's a Gemini, you're afraid that this person's not going to be able to get a job. And so it's got you either that, Aries, or you're afraid that you're not going to be able to continue or get a new job, is what I'm getting here. And it's got you torn in like the 10 of Swords. You feel like you've been betrayed. Maybe your boss or whoever, maybe they told you, don't worry about it, things are going to be okay, you always have work with us, and then maybe they betrayed you. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they closed down, or, whatever it was fell through, because I'm getting, that money is not going to be moving forward. Where you were getting your money is not going to continue to move forward. And And until this is lifted, until this layoff or this shutdown or whatever it is lifted, this quarantine is lifted, you're not having money come in, is what I'm getting. Okay, and it could have had something to do with a Gemini. Maybe it was your boss that was a Gemini or Aquarius or Libra. But somebody told you the truth. Somebody had to give you some harsh reality truth about money and about things not moving forward anymore. And so that it really has got you in this wanting to get over this 10 of Swords. You're feeling kind of gutted, is what I'm getting. Okay? So that'll go for some of you Aries out there. Okay. Now your partner has the 9 of Summer. I'm sorry if that's happening to somebody. I know that's very, very painful. The 9 of Summer for your partner. Okay, let's see what's going on with them. Let's do 3 cards. Nine of Summer for Aries partner, for their desire. Oops. Queen of Cups in the reverse. And then I've got the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. One more card. And the 5 of Swords. Okay, so their desire here, they got the 5 of Swords for their energy. When they energy for them in this time frame is the 5 of Swords, and now they've got a clarification with the 5 of Swords. Okay, they have the 9 of Cups here for their desire. They're wanting happiness and to reach their goals and, live very happy and prosperous and content life. And they have the Queen of Cups in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So they're not able to, they're upset, and they're upset about somebody that's a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. This person could have those signs in their chart with a planet in it or on their rising. Yeah, this person's wants happiness, and they want to feel fulfilled emotionally, right? That's their desire. It's in their desired position. But what they're getting is they don't feel like they're being given enough emotional support. And that's what I had talked about up here with the two of you. Remember I had talked about the not giving each other enough love, maybe being preoccupied in separate rooms of the house, and you're on your phone separately, eating different times of the day, alone. They have the Queen of Cups, so they're not feeling emotionally fulfilled here, even though that's their desire. And they're feeling like, they're also feeling like money's tight, and they're feeling that there's a lot of reasons to argue back and forth, a lot of arguing going on. They're feeling like they are they're complaining about it a lot, is what I'm getting from your partner. Like, just like I got here with the 5 of Swords there, they're not using their intuition. They're just kind of like reacting with their upset. They're upset inside, so they're just kind of verbally just shooting it out at you, is what I'm getting, Aries. This could go vice versa, don't forget. I didn't mention it at the beginning of the reading, but it can go vice versa. In other words, that their energy could be yours and yours could be theirs. So they're not feeling very loved, and they're feeling like, they don't have enough resources. They're worried about money is what I'm seeing. So they're uptight is what I'm getting. But their desire is to have the Nine of Cups, to be fulfilled and be happy and to have enough of everything, to feel good, to their dreams to come true. Okay, and I'm feeling like they're feeling short of that, and it's really bothering them. Okay, so now we're going to look at your blocks. And for Aries, I do have, you have the Fool in reverse, in the reversed position for your block. Okay, so 3 cards on that. Talk a little faster and get moving a little bit more here so I don't drag the tape out so long. Okay, so let's put the Fool card is in the reverse, Spirit. We need 3 cards for clarification why Aries has the Fool card in reverse. Actually, at this time, I'm going to switch decks. That felt really, really like it didn't have very many cards left in that one. Okay. Aries. Why does Aries have the Fool card in the reverse in their blocked position? Cards don't want to talk. They're really getting stiff. Okay. Why does Aries have a Fool in reverse? Okay. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the Fool in reverse, and we have the 4 of Cups in the upright. I have the Death card in the upright, and I have the 6 of Cups in reverse. So it looks to me like, Aries, you're just kind of sticking to what's going on right now. You're not trying to think of going out and starting anything new or trying anything new. I don't believe you're putting resumes out online or anything right now. I really don't. I think that you're just you're feeling blocked from even wanting to do anything, as is most people, right? Where would you put I heard that there's a lot of resumes going up online for different jobs right now. A lot of people have been putting out a lot of resumes, and but I don't even know how people are doing that or why they're doing it now. I mean, what if the company's full by the time they start interviewing for the job? I don't know. It depends on what you're going after, I guess. But I was reading about that. There's been a lot of resumes going out. So anyway, what I'm getting from your energy is that you're not even in the mood. You feel like you're being blocked from even starting anything new. You feel like whatever it is that you were doing before related to your job, this is seeming to be, that, you're just like it's come to an end or it's being transformed anyway at some shape, way, or some level. It's being transformed, right? And you're kind of like, you're not excited about doing anything new right now. You're just kind of feeling kind of blase, like just kind of like turned off by, the ideas that the universe is giving you about starting something new, or maybe a possible, you should do this or that. Maybe send in a resume here or there, or do this, get your skills up on that and get prepared. You're just kind of like, ugh, not right now. This is the energy I feel like you've got, and you're just kind of feeling like staying home and just kind of like getting your fulfillment from home and not worrying about trying to think about the outside world right now. You're just kind of focused more on family and friends, and you just worry about that later. But I feel like you're being blocked anyway from it right now. It's in your blocked position, and that's the way you're feeling about it anyway. You're just feeling like, it's just too much right now. It's not worth it right now. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to focus on my family and just try to make the best of that and let this transformation pass, basically, is what this is telling me. That this is just a transformation period. You're not excited about it. It's kind of, ugh, to go through this. And, I'll just focus on my family and my friends right now. That's what I'm getting for your block position, okay? That's what you're doing to handle it anyway. Okay. Where's the deck I'm using? There it is. Okay, so now we're going to do your partner's block position, and that is the 8 of Winter in the reverse position. Okay, let's see what's going on here with this. Let's move that over there. Okay, we have the 8 of Winter here in the reverse. I just got the 5 of Swords again for your partner. That's the third time I've gotten the 5 of Swords for your partner, so I would be really surprised if this person's not verbally upset some of the time during this time frame from April 11th to April 30th. Okay, so in their block position, they're feeling kind of like they're being blocked. They feel like they have clarity. They feel like they have clarity on the situation. They don't feel like their eyes are being, blocked from seeing the truth. They're feeling they're very clear on what's going on. But they're coming across, Aries. They're coming across kind of like, I know exactly what's going on, whatever it could be. Let's say you're arguing about something, or some subject matter comes up and you're discussing things of worldly nature or just petty things around the house. They're very clear. They're coming across like, I know exactly. So when they speak like they know exactly what's going on and they couldn't possibly be wrong, is what I'm getting, okay, from this person. And it's causing, them to sound like they're arguing because, like, I feel like if you try to step in and say, well, that's not the way it is, it's this way, that they come on strong. Okay, that's when they come on strong. Because they are feeling right now that they're feeling like they see everything crystal clear and you don't. Now, let me say that a different way. It may be that they don't think that you are capable of seeing things clear. It's that they feel like that they may know things that you're not seeing it clear. That they know they can see things clearer, is what I'm getting. Like they feel like they have clarity and that they want to share that with you. And if you come back at them, or anyone else comes back at them, it's not just you that they're trying to pick on. It's just their energy. That they know everything and they have it right and everyone else is wrong because they're right. And they can see things. And so if people don't see things their way, the other people are wrong. and they're right. That's what I'm getting for their energy. Okay. So they're being blocked by not seeing this, that, nobody's right all the time, and other people have a right to their opinions, their perspective of the way things are, right? Their perspective is not always right. They can share their perspective, but they can't hammer it into us and say, my perspective is right, this is the way things are, da 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 da. And nobody can say anything different because this is the law, this is the way it is. So if you try to chime in and say, well, actually it's this way, or I see it this way, that's when I'm feeling that's when they get this Five of Swords attitude of trying to push the point. And it could be just that they're just trying to vent, going through the struggle of this whole pandemic thing that we're all going through. Everyone handles things differently, and so I feel that this person's handling it verbally by venting in a way that they have to have some control over something during this time, because they're feeling like they don't. So they're using their I have control over this, what I'm saying, and the way I see things. They're verbalizing things that they know to a point that it's black and white. It's either you don't understand it because I'm right. It's almost like they're always right. That's the way I feel like like when they say something, it's correct. That's the way I'm getting it for them. Okay. And so they feel like they're being, actually, it's coming from an ego space with the Queen of Wands here. They're coming from an ego center where, this is because they're feeling low self-esteem. So they're trying to make up for it by being this way, is what I'm getting, okay, from Spirit. It's because of low self-esteem. So they have to come across like that. They're trying to buffalo you or imprint in you, this is the way things are, because they want you to see them as somebody that's, that knows things, that they can teach you things. And then when you reject that and have your own ideas, they get a little stronger, okay, is what I'm getting. So they're being blocked from understanding that that's not very pleasant to be around, and they're being blocked in understanding that it's ego, and that it's not, and that they are using it as a defense mechanism, and they might not be able to see that. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the outcome for you, Aries, is balance. You have balance here. So Aries outcome is balance. What's going on with Aries outcome here? King of Wands, Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Wow, Aries, that's pretty good. A lot of energy there. So you've got the balance card here. It says take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints. Your partner should be getting this one. Okay. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. So because you're being balanced, what I'm getting just off the top is that you're trying to help this person. Maybe you're being more of the bigger person by just saying, yes, dear, you're correct, or whatever right now, because you can see this person's stressed and you're trying to bring balance, is what I'm getting. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, so I do have the King of Wands here and the Ace of Wands for, you're in fire sign, so there's your fire. And I feel like your outcome is, really good. I feel like you have a lot of great ideas. You're feeling pretty passionate, physically passionate here. You're feeling the King of Wands energy, like you are choosing what you want to focus on. You're able to, like I was saying, you feel blocked, that you can't start something new. You're feeling blocked, that you even want to think about it. So with the King of Wands here, you're able to conjure up things in your mind and in your heart of fun stuff to do, things that you want to put your energy into that's creative. Maybe you're doing some art or just doing stuff that makes you feel good inside. You're kind of feeling like the king of wands because you're feeling like you can come up with things to make yourself self feel pretty much emotionally fulfilled and happy right now. Okay, not going to worry about things that are out of your control. You're not going to try to control things that you can't, but the things that you can control, you got the king of wands here, that you are taking control of that. Okay, so very nice energy. The king of wands is a pretty loving person. Leos and Aries and Sagittarius energies for the fire signs, pretty loving and giving. They can be pretty entertaining, um, fun to be around. So you've got that energy, okay? And then plus on top of that, you got that sexual energy there, Aries. Okay, so emotional fulfillment is your outcome. That's beautiful. Okay, let's see what your partner's outcome is. And they have the Two of Spring. Okay. All right. Okay. Just wanted to check on that one. That is the wands. It's the spring. Just wanted to make sure I remember that correctly. So Two of Wands, here is their outcome. Why does Aries partner have the Two of Spring here? Two of Spring for Aries partner's outcome. Can you guys shut this door? I'm still doing tape. Thanks. Appreciate all the love and support. Okay, give me 3 cards for Aries partner. 2 more cards, please, for Aries partner's outcome. Whoa, that one wanted to come out on top here. Okay, I got that 8 of Swords again that I got earlier. All right. In their, yeah, 8 of Swords. I got it in the reverse here in their block position. And here they have it in the upright, but it's under clarification. Okay, so they have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is like in pre-contemplation mode, looking at things that maybe they want to do, or where do I go from here? Waiting and contemplating on what's next in a situation, okay? I feel like they're going back and forth between feeling like they've got things under control from this. They're going back and forth between feeling like they've got things under control to feeling like they are riddled with negative thoughts and feeling self-defeating energy, okay? Where they're talking themselves into there's no way out of this, we're stuck, we're doomed, things are never going to get better, gosh, I don't know, this is the Two of Wands, I don't know which step to take forward, what do I do? I can't even think about either step, what will we do? What are the options? We have no options. I'm so panicked. I'm scared. That type of thing. I don't mean to make it sound like I'm bashing somebody. I'm just trying to explain the energy. So I feel like they're vacillating between feeling like that, hopeless, to feeling like, hey, I've got everything under control. That's when that 5 of Swords kicks in. I've got everything under control. I know exactly what we're going to do. Everything's going to work out fine. You know, the Emperor energy, the Aries energy. This is your energy, Aries, but they've got it over here. So they vacillate between got it all under control. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know what steps we need to take to. God, I really don't think this is going to work out. And I don't even know what I'm talking about. And I don't remember what we were talking about. I can't think straight. I can't see straight. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. And so they're vacillating between those two things is what I'm getting. Okay. So that's probably when the Five of Swords kicks in and when you have to listen to them when they're in this Emperor mode because they're trying to make up for feeling like they're trying to make up for feeling like this energy, the Eight of Swords. When they get into that Five of Swords energy that I showed you, there's 3 Five of Swords out on the table. That's when they get into this Emperor mode. And they probably start dictating things. I know this, and this. And then you might say something that alters that. And then that's when they get stronger. Yes, it is this way because I know, because I read it on the internet or whatever. I've looked it up, so I know. Or I remember it, and so whatever. But they're very confident here. So they're going back and forth between confident and not being confident. Okay, so that's their energy that they're coming out with. So overall, I just feel like, you're going through this transition period a little bit that we all are going through. And yours is pretty good actually with the Wheel of Fortune here that you have. The universe is working in your favor. So that's a really good thing to have this time right now with the world shut down. I mean, to have the Wheel of Fortune in your favor, moving things the best it can forward for you is more than a fighting chance, right? So it looks really healthy and good for your relationship. You just have to kind of, for those Aries that this resonated with, you're just going to have to kind of be a little kinder and a little bit more supportive of this person, your partner, when they get in those moods, because they are feeling like they want to show you that they know that they can lead the two of you in the right direction, and then when they feel like they can't, that's when you need to have the balance. You're coming out with balance for the two of you, so you might want to recognize that in them and then help them along with a little encouraging voice that says, yeah, you're right, dear. Let them feel the Emperor as much as they can, as long as they're not being abusive, to balance out that when they go into that Eight of Swords mode. Okay, that was your reading, Aries. Please do like, subscribe, and share. I do appreciate it. And it was fun giving you your reading. I really did enjoy it. And I'm wishing everybody to be safe and do stay home. Stay out of all that crap out there. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.